Right. So, we've talked a lot about getting started in affiliate marketing, picking your niche, content, traffic. But what happens then? Once you've got some traction, what's next?
That's it, Emma, exactly. I mean, it's all well and good getting those initial sales, isn't it? But then you're sort of looking around thinking, okay, how do I actually scale this thing? Because scaling, it gets thrown around a lot, doesn't it? What does it really mean for an affiliate marketer? Is it just more traffic?
Oh, absolutely not, James. That's a super common misconception, actually. If you just throw more traffic at a leaky bucket, you're just going to make a bigger mess, right? Scaling in our world, it's about growing your business, yeah, but doing it efficiently. It's about getting more out of what you already have, optimizing processes, and then intelligently expanding. It's not just volume, it's about smarter volume, I guess.
Smarter volume, I like that. So it's not just about, buying more ads or writing more articles. It's about making everything you're currently doing work harder, really.
Precisely. It's about leverage. How can you automate some tasks or diversify your income streams within your existing niche without reinventing the wheel? It's really about building a robust, sustainable engine, not just a quick sprint. That's where I think a lot of folks get stuck after their initial success.
Okay, so if we're talking smarter volume and efficiency, my mind immediately jumps to data. I mean, we all look at clicks and conversions, don't we? But what kind of advanced data are we talking about when we're trying to scale? What should we be digging into?
Oh, this is where it gets really, really exciting for me. Beyond just clicks and conversions, we need to look at user journey analytics. So where are people dropping off? Are they reading the whole review or just skimming the product box? We're talking about things like time on page, bounce rate from specific sections, scroll depth, even heat maps to see what elements are actually, getting attention.
Right, so understanding the why behind the numbers, not just the what. Are there specific tools, Emma, that you'd recommend for someone, moving beyond Google Analytics basics to really, really understand that user behavior?
Absolutely. For heat maps and session recordings, I'm a huge fan of Hotjar or Clarity. Microsoft Clarity is free, which is brilliant, by the way. For more in-depth funnel analysis and understanding where users move between pages, Mixpanel or even advanced Google Analytics setups with event tracking are super powerful. These tools, they help you see where your efforts are literally falling short or excelling, and where you can optimize to improve that conversion rate without necessarily needing more traffic.
That's a game changer. So it's like, instead of just saying I got 100 clicks, you're saying I got 100 clicks and 80 of them spent 2 minutes on the page and 20 left immediately because the button wasn't clear. That kind of insight, right?
Exactly. And once you've got that data, once you've tightened up your existing funnels, then you can think about smart ways to bring in more traffic. But this time it's diversified traffic, not just relying on one source,
Diversified traffic. So beyond organic search and maybe, a bit of social media, what kind of channels should affiliates be looking at to really, really scale that traffic effectively, Emma? I mean, without just blowing through their budget, obviously.
Great point. So yeah, beyond the usual suspects, think about programmatic advertising for one, reaching specific audiences across a huge network of sites, kind of like super targeted display ads. Then there's influencer marketing at scale, not just one-off partnerships, but building a network of micro-influencers. And email automation, of course, isn't really a traffic source, but it's massive for repeat engagement and conversions, especially for abandoned carts or follow-up sequences.
Programmatic advertising. That sounds a bit complex for a lot of solo affiliates, doesn't it? Is that something you can really jump into without a huge team or budget?
It's actually become a lot more accessible. There are platforms now that simplify it for smaller budgets. But the key is starting small, testing, and then scaling what works. Same with automation, like setting up robust email sequences through ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit. You set it up once and it just keeps working for you, warming up leads, driving conversions. It's like having a tireless sales assistant,
A tireless sales assistant. I like that image. So we've talked about data, we've touched on traffic diversification, but let's really zero in on conversion optimization at this higher level. What are some advanced CRO techniques that affiliates should be looking at once they're serious about scaling?
Okay, so beyond just testing button colors, right? We're talking about things like A/B testing entire landing page layouts, or even different value propositions in your headlines. Also, personalizing the user experience based on where they came from. If they clicked from an email about budget travel, you'd want your landing page to really lean into budget travel, wouldn't you? It's about matching intent.
That's pretty clever. So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, you're really tailoring the message based on the source of the traffic. But how do you manage that? That sounds like a lot of variations to track and to build, frankly.
It can be, for sure, but that's where tools like Optimizely or VWO come in. They allow you to run multiple A/B tests simultaneously and even do multivariate testing, where you test several elements at once. And you don't have to build completely new pages for every variation. Often, it's just tweaking elements. The key is having a clear hypothesis, running the test long enough to get statistical significance, and then, crucially, implementing the winner, and then doing it all over again.
Right, constant iteration, never settling. That makes sense. It's almost like a scientific approach to marketing, isn't it? Always refining.
Absolutely, James. It's a continuous experiment. And, as you scale, you're going to hit a point where you simply cannot do everything yourself anymore. That's when team building comes into play. It's not just about delegating, it's about building a sustainable growth engine.
Ah, the dreaded D word for many entrepreneurs, delegation. I mean, it's hard to let go, isn't it? Especially when it's your baby. But what kind of roles should an affiliate marketer be thinking about bringing in first as they start to really scale?
Yeah, it is hard, but it's essential. Often the first hires are content writers or editors, right? Because content creation is so time-consuming. Then maybe a virtual assistant for administrative tasks or someone skilled in SEO to keep your organic rankings strong. As you grow, you might look at a dedicated CRO specialist or even a media buyer if you're heavily into paid ads. The trick is to identify your biggest bottlenecks and then find someone who can effectively unblock them.
Okay, so start with the pain points, content, admin perhaps. But finding good people, that's a whole other challenge, isn't it? Like, where do you even begin to look for trustworthy, skilled freelancers or VAs who actually understand affiliate marketing?
That's a fantastic question. Honestly, I've had a lot of success with platforms like Upwork and OnlineJobs.ph, especially for VAs in the Philippines. They're incredibly skilled and dedicated. But the key isn't just finding them. It's about clear communication, setting expectations, and giving them the tools and autonomy to actually do their job well. It's an investment, but it frees you up to focus on the higher level strategy, which is where you can really make an impact as the business owner.
Right, so building that team frees you up to think bigger. And thinking bigger often means looking ahead, doesn't it? How do you future-proof an affiliate business in such a rapidly changing landscape? What trends should we be keeping an eye on?
Oh, absolutely. Future-proofing is critical. I'd say AI, without a doubt, is the biggest one right now. Not just for content generation, though that's huge, but also for things like predictive analytics, personalizing user experiences at scale, and even automating parts of your ad campaigns. Then there's the continued rise of video content, especially short form, and immersive experiences like AR, VR impacting product discovery.
AR for predictive analytics. That's fascinating. So it's not just helping you write, but helping you anticipate what your audience might want next or where the market's heading. That's quite a leap.
Totally. Imagine AI identifying patterns in user behavior to suggest new niche opportunities or content topics before they even become mainstream. It's about staying agile, like not putting all your eggs in one basket with one platform or one traffic source. Always be testing new platforms, new formats, even if it's just a small allocation of your time or budget. And really focusing on building a strong, engaged audience, because that's your most valuable asset, no matter how algorithms change.
That's a brilliant way to wrap it up, Emma. Audience first, agility always. It's a lot to take in, but incredibly actionable for anyone looking to go from simply making sales to building a truly scalable, sustainable affiliate empire.
Exactly. It's an exciting journey, James, full of possibilities. Just gotta keep learning and adapting, right?